Welcome to Gaming Top Down. Today we're going to be unboxing Rise of the Wastelands. This is a 4X game from Wolfhorn Games. I think it's their first published game, if I'm not mistaken. Designer is Jesus Casasola Boyero, and art by Jens Lindfors. And I'm excited to see what is inside this kind of thick and chunky box. So let's go down to the table and do just that. Okay, here is the box at the table. Here's the back of the box for ages 14 plus, 1 to 4 players, 1 to 2 hours. It says 30 minutes per player. So it's kind of a view of what's going to be inside the box. Some hexes, some player boards, and some wooden pieces for each player. Let's open it up. Okay, here's the rule book. It's actually pretty thick, 28 pages. Let's flip through those pretty quickly. Game summary, components, setup, player setup, winning, gameplay, performing actions, end game, actions, and more detail, units, constructions, upgrades, power cards, combat, people support, map tiles, factions, toxic cloud module, special tiles. Quite a bit going on in here. Solo mode with a solo deck of cards, it looks like, and a glossary on the back. Do love that. All right, let's move that out of the way. Then we have some hexes. Let's pop one of those out. See what they look like. They do look a little bit thicker than a standard hex or standard cardboard, and I do think they are by a millimeter or two. They feel nice, and they're pretty simplistic, at least in like the art on each hex, probably to make it very clear of like where you're moving. It does look like there's some like of the alien enemies in outcroppings there. I'm guessing you shuffle them upside down so you don't know exactly what's coming out or something like that. So there are 4 sheets of those. I should say, as I'm doing this, I got the version that has wooden pieces. I think they're screen printed wooden pieces, and not the deluxe version that had plastic pieces. So I do think some of these, like this alien monster here, probably would have been a plastic piece in the more expensive version, but I kind of like wooden pieces, and I like what they how they made them still like the same shape and still functional, so that's what I went with here. This must be the toxic module, whatever it was called, toxic sludge or something like that. Okay, let's move some of those. All right, and then these are player boards. Each player will have one of these, and you'll be keeping your different buildings on them, I believe, until they are built. Let me open the you've got a bunch of different buildings here. We'll look at them in just a second. Just want to see if it shows how they go on your board. Yeah, it does. Okay, so we'll set it just like this, and then I guess maybe we'll do that last. Each player also has one of these panels. They call it your action tracker, and you'll use your cubes as like action points to assign to different actions that you want to do. I am glad that they went double layer with these to keep those very organized. You can explore, attack, move, recycle. So I'm guessing you just keep that like off to the side of your player board. In a true fashion for the channel, I'm gonna look at the green one. If I can find it. Here it is. So we'll move the others out of the way. All right, so you got a player area somewhat like that. Okay, then before we get to the fun wooden pieces, let's look at some of these other things. There are also some faction leaders that look like they have some special and unique abilities, and you'll keep some cubes here. I don't know what they're called, achievement cubes or something, in order to activate those, I'm guessing, or complete their leader goal. So here are those leaders: the technocrat, the populist, the traitor. That one's a little stuck. There we go. The manager, the gambler, and the adventurer. Again, love the double layered cards there. I think that's everything out of that. Well, we've got some cards. I will look at those in a second. And so last up, well, not last up, but next up, let's take a peek at these wooden pieces and cubes, and I think that's everything out of the box. Okay, so each player likely has some of these cubes that you'll keep here in your action points pool. Very cool. I guess if you get surplus ones, it's showing them in a different color. So those ones must go there. So there's some cubes in that baggie. Then we have 3 dice. One is a 6-sided die, a d6, just normal. The other one has different symbols on it. You got like water, some kind of a crystal, energy or electricity, ammo, a card, I'm guessing, and a gear of some kind. Then the other one is green, and it has some of those same symbols. In fact, one of each, except for the card and the crystal. And those 2 sides are blank. So 3 dice, 2 of them being custom. And then just some regular cubes that aren't transparent in different colors. Then some screen printed cubes. Looks like these represent maybe the different resources, I think, because like the blue one has the water symbol on it. The black one must go on these faction leader cards because it has the same star on there. You've got gray has the gear. Yellow has, what is that? Oh, the energy. Orange has the ammunition. And is there not a purple or something for the for this symbol, the crystal thing? Wonder what they have you use for that then. Maybe they're elsewhere, or maybe that's what these ones are for. I don't know. Might be a guess there. Okay. Bunch of cubes. Some of them wooden, some of them acrylic and transparent. We've got some player discs as well. I think that they just go on your sheet in different spots, like, or on your player board, kind of like that. If I can get a couple more of those out. I'm guessing as you uncover stuff, you unlock something. It looks like maybe drawing a card, or maybe your hand size goes up or something. It looks like you win maybe if you get to 5 of these victory discs of some sort. Okay. Then there are 4 bases for those cardboard standees we saw of like the alien and some of the other things. But there are also these black pieces here. Guessing these are used in like the solo mode. Let's check real quick. What does it say? They are, yeah, they're neutral units. So you get wooden miniature for the neutral units or standees. Both came in there, so that's what those are. Some more. I don't know if they just mistakenly gave me 8 bases instead of 4, but there are those. And then last up is this big bag of the different colors of player buildings and units and rovers. I think the actual words for them are here on the rulebook, so I'll tell you those when I pull them out. This is your outpost. It's a kind of a big building that has spots for 3 I don't know what those are called, expansions, maybe? And does it show them out on the board when you start? Yeah, it looks like it. So this goes there, and then you have, I'm guessing that's the outpost expansion, and it just kind of sits in there like that. Looks very cool. And that'll go on your starting hex, because you like start on a portion of the map, and then you'll move around exploring, exterminating, expanding, all the X's of which I can never remember exactly what they stand for. Again, I've never had a 4X game unless you count arcs, which, I don't know, could maybe be counted, but is quite a bit different in some of its philosophies. Okay, you also have some of these units, and each color I think has a slightly different shaped army units and scout units, so I'll show you all of those as well. Let's just get back here to the names real quick. Yeah, we've got the small ones are outposts, and these little outpost expansion pieces go inside those, which is kind of cool. Even for wooden pieces, they're nice and silk screened and have like cool artistry on them. But then also a little bit of 3 dimensions in that you have pieces that go on top of or in these slots of the bigger pieces for your capital city and your outposts. It's very cool. You have market buildings, which I think this is the green player's market building, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's a tech lab building. Sorry, there must be different tech lab building. This one is a market building, and should be one more. It looks like a comms tower building. Where are you? Here you are. So capital buildings. The tech lab is this one, and it would go here. Comms tower goes here. Market goes here. And then I'm guessing when you build them, you take them off of your player board and then put them out onto the map like that. And then they give you bonuses when you do unlock them, which is kind of cool. I like having a board where that is kind of your space, like shows your upgrades and what you have expanded and built to this point. Kind of cool. And then each player has 2 scouts. The green player's scouts look like this, and some combat units, or army units it says. Green players look like that here in the wooden version of the game. And then let's show you the army units and scout units of the other colors, since they are, oh no, they're not different actually. The scout unit's not, at least. It looks like the army unit is though. Okay, so just the army units for the other 3 colors. The red one, put it right here next to green just so you get an idea. It looks like, what does that go? That. Blue looks like that, and purple looks like that. So anyways, those are the different units, but the rest of them are the same. Like this is the same capital city, same kind of shape of outposts and that kind of thing. Okay, let's look through the cards real quick and then we'll get out of here. It looks like there are some player aid cards here. They tell you what you can do on your turn and how to win. And on the back, it's player versus player rewards, so when you attack each other, I guess, and combat modifiers. I love a good player aid, so those are nice. Nice linen finished cards. And then we have 2 packs of cards. One looks like is a text cloud movement card. Can't imagine that's all of these cards, but that's at least some of them. Then there's achievement cards, solo mode cards, power cards, combat cards, and exploration cards. So there's quite a few. We're going to flip through them pretty quickly, just so you get an idea of what the cards look like. Won't spend too much time on it. Let me just open both of these packs so that we have that done. Okay, so we have just one card for the Toxic Cloud movement. It looks like it's a die, or just like kind of a chart that shows you, okay, you roll a die. If you roll a 5, then the Toxic Cloud moves that direction, that kind of thing. Then there are 40 power cards to here. So power cards give you different things. It looks like this one's called Morale Boost. It's quite a bit of text on there. I am going to zoom in a little bit so you can see them larger if you would like. We're going to flip through them real quick. Looks like 4 of the first. Okay, so there are multiples. Okay, ballistic missile, force field, a couple of those, high productivity, 3 of those, crystal miner, 2 of those, homesick, 2 of those, upgrade, sabotage, some mean cards. Choose a level, an upgrade, or a building in the capital of another player. That player loses that upgrade or building. There's 3 of those. Military push, 2 of those. Spy, 2 of those. Constructor, 2 of those. Denial, 3 of those. Mind control, 2 of those. Overtime, rumors, bandit, 3 of those. Cloud maker. These are from the Toxic Cloud module. So you probably only throw those in if you're using that module. Then, let's see. Just put those here. And I think I maybe didn't show the Toxic Cloud tokens. 5 of those, and they're green. Whoops. Thought it might be these discs. Ah, gotcha. They are here printed on this sheet. So I just missed those when we were looking at the cardboard sheets. Okay. Now we have some of the red, what are these red ones called? Combat cards. Looks like there's 8 of them. Combat tactics. They have a different value there in the middle. 0, 1, 2, 3. There's 8 of those cards. Okay, and then for the rest of the cards, they are achievement cards and exploration cards, it looks like, and they have a level here. Looks like, I'm guessing, yeah, 1, 2, or 3, or S. Okay, so let's look at those. Oh, wait, sorry, these are the solo cards. So you probably shuffle the different sections of the solo player's deck, and it does something. It looks like you can automate up to 2 players. So just super quick through there. They'll claim achievements, build outposts, place army units, get a medium upgrade, and things like that, it looks like. So there is a quick look at the solo deck. Okay, now we're in the achievement and exploration event cards. And okay, there's the difference. So this one is the exploration event cards. Explore old defense tower. Mutant creature. I like that piece of art. Harmless settlement. Half-buried war robot. Crystal formation. Ruined research facility. Ruined power plant. Ruined armory. Lots of ruined stuff. Ruined foundry. Ruined water plant. Oasis. Sandstorm cave shelter. Wrecked war aircraft. Underground cave. Broken war vehicle. Ancient lost relic. Half-crumbled outpost. Weak desert bandits. Captured enemies and decrepit military base. And then the achievement cards. It looks like you have to have 3 points of a specific type, and you'll get these different cards. At least 3 outposts. So you got supporter, far builder, architect. Let's set these to the side. Crystal collector, military regime, fighter. These probably give like a different feel each time you play by giving you an achievement for different things, which is like hoarding resources or have armies and ammunition, have at least 2 resources of 3 different types, recycler, expansionist, prestigious, military support, buyer, researcher, military scientist, civil scientist, reckless, have at least 1 army on a space adjacent to the capital of another player that is reckless, power seeker, controller, and intimidatory. Interesting. Okay, and now I think that is everything inside the box when you open the standard or wooden version of Rise of the Wastelands. Let me know in the comments if you have played a game like this, or even this one. I'd love to hear if you've played this one, or what your favorite 4X game is. Like I said, this is a genre that's new to me, and I kind of gave this one a chance, and we'll see how well it hits with my group. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next unboxing here on Gaming Top Down. Till then, have a good one. Thank you so much for watching this video. As most of you know, Gaming Top Down is an independent endeavor. I don't accept money from publishers for previews or opinion-related content, but there are a few ways that you can support the channel and help me keep the lights on. Liking this video and subscribing to the channel helps me to grow. If you're thinking of getting a game that I covered in this video, please click the affiliate link in the description of this video. It helps to support me and doesn't add any cost to your purchase. I also do a weekly gaming podcast where I talk about the board games that I'm playing along with my brother. You can check that out on Apple's podcasts and on Spotify. And you can also get that podcast 3 days early over on our Patreon. You can follow the Patreon at patreon.com/supergamebrothers completely for free. But if you do support us over there, you get some extra perks, like being able to write into the show, getting early access to the show, voting on the games that I'm going to cover and review, and lots of other fun stuff. Thanks so much for your support, for liking and commenting on my videos. You really are what helped keep the lights on for me. Thank you.